What's up, losers? Today I decided to revisit the r/niceguys subreddit to have a laugh at some more creepy dudes' attempts at game. Obviously I'm enjoying making fat logic posts, but I don't want that to be all I'm doing. So I'm trying my best to do some extra stuff like this when I find the time. If there are any other subreddits, or whatever, you'd like to hear me react to, I'm open to suggestions. Let me know in the comments. Now, let's get right into these posts.
Hey, thanks for letting me stay sat.
Thank my brother, I had nothing to do with that decision.
Well, thanks anyway, haha.
Okay.
I get the feeling you don't want to talk to me.
I'm really busy. That aside, I'm not looking for any new friends right now.
It's because of redacted, right? I know he was a real dick to you, but you know, if you dated a guy like me, you would never have to worry about that. I'd treat you right, and would do anything for you.
Not interested.
You don't think I'm a good dude?
I don't even know you.
Give me a chance, and I'll prove I'm one of the good ones.
Look, I'm really not interested. It's been like 4 days since me and redacted broke up. Jesus.
When you're ready, I will be here. Please consider me. I never get considered, but I promise, I'm really a good guy. When I saw you sleeping, I knew I could have touched you, like other guys would, but I didn't, because I'm a good dude. So please take me seriously.
WTF.
Ha.
Vigorous block number mashing.
Well, that was terrifying. Honestly, this guy makes my skin crawl. Every word he says just screams stalker. Doesn't it? Like, tell me you can't imagine this guy hiding under the bed like Joe Goldberg from You. Shudders. Obviously the most troubling tidbit from this whole clown show was his story about gulps, watching her in her sleep, and apparently electing not to touch her, which, apparently, most guys would, and then feeling proud of himself for clearing this absolute lowest of bars. A bar so low that it's no longer even in the basement. It's been lowered all the way to the center of the earth. I can't imagine being such a terrible person that you think not violating someone in their sleep makes you a good guy. Like, dude, you're not doing her a favor. You're doing the absolute bare minimum to not be deserving of a prison sentence. Please get a grip. It's funny how guys like this will externalize their own terrifying thoughts and intentions as most guys, when in reality, most guys wouldn't even consider doing most of the things that cross this dude's sick mind. Such people are almost impossible to reason with, because they can only view the world through their own distorted lens. Like, if someone told this guy that they never even thought about doing such things, he would just assume they were lying, and that their intentions were secretly even more horrifying than his own. Which allows him to justify basically anything he wants to do, because he assumes that everyone else is doing stuff that's as bad or worse. Setting all of that aside though, what on earth is he hoping to achieve with this cloying, sycophantic tone? He apparently hardly knows this woman, but he's coming straight out with the "I'm so nice, I'll treat you so well, I'll wait for you" routine, which I can only imagine has a staggeringly low success rate, because women aren't just looking for some guy to put them on a pedestal and worship the ground they walk on. They want to find someone who will treat them as a human being and an equal partner, accepting all the messiness and imperfection that comes with that. Mutual attraction doesn't hurt either, and it's pretty hard to imagine that happening with a creepy-ass mofo like this LMAO. To any guys who might find themselves in a situation like this, all I can say is, Back off, regroup, try again elsewhere, and try not to be such a pushy weirdo next time, haha. Because it's way too late to salvage this one.
There's no such thing as instant success with modern day chicks, dude. We live in a different era. Women will always end up ditching you, no matter what. Social media, for one, has rigged the dating game. Just don't take them seriously, because it will only be temporary. She's not yours, it's only your turn.
Haha, wow, what a cell phone. This guy straight up admits that women always end up dumping his ass. But he lacks the self-awareness to see how this could possibly have anything to do with him. So he blames some nebulous notion of modern day chicks, a different era. What exactly does he mean by that? An era where women actually have some choice around who they go out with. Yikes. Approaching this from another angle though, I actually think that it can be good to accept that most relationships are temporary. As much as we might want to believe that this time is the one. Statistics say otherwise, and there is a high likelihood that any relationship you're currently in won't last forever. But where this person errs is in their conclusion that because things might not work out, you shouldn't take your romantic partner seriously. Which is pretty off base in my opinion. Like, isn't the point of relationships that you make yourself emotionally vulnerable? You open up to someone, and accept that your heart might get broken, but maintain that it is still worth trying. If this person is saying they only want to do hookups and casual flings, because they're emotionally unprepared for such a leap of faith, I can accept that. I certainly don't think that serious relationships are for everyone. But if they're using it as an excuse to treat women badly, I can't get on board with that. Obviously because it's cruel and unfair to the women themselves, but also because it makes the failure of the relationship a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like sure, even if you try your best, the relationship might fail, but if you go in with confidence that it will fail, you're basically ensuring that that will be the outcome, which is a pretty foolish approach to take. As a final note, I'm not crazy about the expression, she's not yours, it's just your turn. It objectifies women, and makes them sound like a football being passed around from one guy to the next. So in response, no, she's not yours. She's her own person, with her own desires and priorities. If you make her a priority of yours, there's a good chance that she'll do the same for you. Then again, maybe she won't, but if you don't do your part, you'll never get a chance to find out. And yeah, you'd best believe that there will be someone else who is willing to try.
Don't treat women with respect. I don't know about other guys in general, but I've found that being a respectful guy, and actually showing interest in women, puts them off. All I've ever done is what my father raised me. Treat all women like princesses, but treat your woman like a goddess. I'm constantly getting humiliated and played with for being this, yet I see assholes treating women like shit. And they've got a phone list full of women. Frick being the nice guy in this world.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think your father might have led you astray here, buddy. Treat all women like princesses. What kind of weirdo behavior is that? I can only imagine the embarrassing situations this guy must have gotten himself into with that approach. Like, wouldn't that make it nearly impossible to even be friends with him? What kind of girl wants her guy friends to treat her like a princess? That's just awkward. And as for treating your woman like a goddess, I'm not really sure what that entails. Do you pray to her? Sacrifice animals on her behalf? I need more details. Kidding aside, this sounds like another instance of a guy putting women on a pedestal. and then getting mad when they fail to live up to the ridiculous expectations he's imposing on them. It's a lot of pressure to fill the role of some guy's personal goddess, especially early on in the dating process. And most women would probably rather cut their losses than get roped into something so burdensome. Understandably. But of course the reason this guy keeps failing is because he's just too nice a guy. LMAO. I honestly don't understand why some of these guys find it so hard to think of women as, people. Like, no, they're not princesses, and they're certainly not goddesses. They're just regular old human beings. Size. The mind of the nice guy trademark truly is an enigma that we are only just beginning to unravel. On the bright side, though, the content practically writes itself, haha. Well, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the posts and my responses. What do you think? Is being an asshole the secret to success with the ladies? Or is it better to treat women as princesses and goddesses? Let me know in the comments. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, or I'll creepily watch you in your sleep. Just kidding, haha. Anyway, catch you later.